Imagine you're at a dinner with your 5-year-old self. She comes in wearing her favorite clothes, the most colorful hair clips, and a hungry stomach ready to eat. However, there's a plot twist with this dinner that you're having with your 5-year-old self. You're going to be switching plates. So you're going to be having what she's having for dinner, and she's going to have what you're having. You both agree upon this, and when the food arrives, you both are feeling two different emotions. She is confused and conflicted and feels like she wants to cry because at her plate, she looks like she just got a snack. She got 2 egg whites, cucumbers, carrots, and water, and a protein bar for a snack after dinner. And she's confused, asking you, why am I eating this? Who is making me eat this? And this is not dinner. She's looking around thinking this is not dinner, like this, you're joking. But you're not joking. You're saying, no, this is what we're gonna eat, this is what you're gonna eat. And you look down at your own plate, and at your own plate you have her favorite food, which is spaghetti and meatballs, a couple of veggies, and then you have strawberry juice. Looking at your food, she's super excited for you to try it, but looking at her own plate, she wants to cry. She's confused, she doesn't get it. But because you agreed, she's eating it, and obviously she finished up her food before you. She has the protein bar. Once again, she looks at you in confusion, wondering, why am I even eating this? This doesn't even taste like chocolate. It doesn't even taste like a brownie, not even close. But she eats it anyway, and she's still hungry. But because you agreed upon this, she's fine. Now it's your turn to eat, and you're a little bit shaky because it's been a long time since you've had this kind of food. You don't know who made it, you don't know what they put in it, you don't know how they cooked it, you don't know what butter or oil they used or whatever. So you're a little bit worried, but you eat anyway because you do it for her sake. So you eat up your food, you finish maybe about half of it, because you're not feeling so comfortable. But you think, oh, this is just for one day, so when I get home I can do whatever I want to do. And the 5-year-old child thinks the exact same thing. Oh, when I'm home I can eat whatever I want to eat. However, that's the plot twist. When you go home, you're not going to eat whatever you want to eat. You're actually going to switch meal plans for the whole week. So you're going to be eating what your 5-year-old self is eating, and she's going to be having what you're having for the full week. So for you, for this week, we're obviously starting off really good with pancakes, fruits, toast, bread, ice cream, spaghetti, pasta, potatoes, fish, chicken, all this stuff. And at the beginning of the week, obviously you get a little bit nervous, you get a little bit shaky starting to eat all this food, but the more that you eat it and the more that you start getting used to it again, it starts to feel good. It starts to feel good to be alive. It starts to feel good to wake up all of a sudden. You want to wake up. You want to see what this day has ahead of it. You want to go outside. You want to have fun. You want to, meet your friends. You want to go on adventures and do new things, and watching your favorite cartoons starts to feel even more amazing. Maybe even those cartoons that you watched as a child. So much fun that you forgot that the week has already ended and you're about to meet your childhood self again for dinner. Now, what was it that they had for dinner? What was it that they had for lunch, breakfast, dinner, the whole week, right? Because you had the pancakes, the toast, the potatoes, and everything. So what they had was, they had coffee, water, energy drink, fruits, yogurt, and half bowls of oats and protein bars. That's what this 5-year-old child had for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Now, we didn't include a workout plan for this child because they are too young, but this is what they ate the whole week. So when they come now to meet you again for dinner, you're sitting down at the table, you feel much more energized. You're filled with life all of a sudden. But you're also getting a bit worried about how you're going to see this child. And when they come in, they look lifeless. They look tired. They look sick. When they sit down at the table, they can barely concentrate on what you're saying due to lack of nutrition and lack of sleep. All they can think of is, thank God this week is over. Thank God this week is over so I can get some good food in. Thank God this week is over so I can start eating again because I was not eating. They were barely surviving. Now, understand that this 5-year-old self of this child is this 5-year-old version of you. It's no longer 5 anymore. It's 15, and it's you. Now, before you go on to shame yourself and think, how could I do this? No, this is not to shame you. This is not to judge you. This is for you to understand you. You didn't wake up one day and start thinking, oh, I want to do this, or I want to restrict my eating, or I want to start binge eating, I want to do this. No, you didn't wake up one day thinking that. Something happened, something triggered those thoughts to form. And that's okay, because you can choose to recover from them, because you can choose to do better for yourself. But you understand that when you saw that child and she looked so lifeless, she looked like she could barely survive. She looked like she was barely surviving. You were thinking, how long is she going to last if she continues eating that way? Now, what different is that from you? You may not be 5 anymore, but that little girl, that little child is still within you. That is still you. So essentially, it is just a mirror. If you think, how is she going to survive? Look at yourself and think, how are you going to survive? How are you going to live? You deserve to enjoy life. To eat is to live. Every single being on this planet, whether it's an insect, a fly, an animal, a plant, everybody needs to eat in order to survive. Now, when you start eating food and you start eating more regularly, or, in a way that is suited for your body, for your health, you might get a little bit nervous. You might think maybe you're still seeing the numbers when you're eating the food, but understand that those numbers will fade into memories. Those numbers will go from, being a certain thing. Those numbers will turn into very, very soon a happy, joyful memory. Instead of thinking like, oh, that donut is this much, you'll think, oh my God, I remember when I had that donut. It was so fun. It was the first time I ever had raspberry cream filling in a donut. I don't know, something like that. So understand that, yes, in the beginning, when you are starting to recover, it is going to maybe be a little bit hard sometimes. Some days might be more difficult than others. You might feel tempted to go back to your old ways, but don't do this. Remember yourself. Remember who you are in the mirror. Remember your childhood self. Would you tell them that's enough? Put it down? That childhood self waited years to be able to eat with the regular size spoons and forks, to feel like a grown adult, to feel like they can eat with the big spoons and like they don't have to eat with those small spoons. So eat with those spoons, eat with those regular sized forks and spoons, just like you've always wanted. That fits you now. You're older now. You're taller now. And there's nothing wrong about eating. There's nothing wrong about eating in general, but there is nothing wrong about fulfilling your craving. Sometimes, even when we are filled, maybe sometimes, you're full of dinner, but you're still craving something. That's okay. You can eat that. That's okay. You can eat that. But you don't have to eat to the degree where you feel sick. You don't have to push or force food down your throat, or you don't have to restrict yourself of food. That's not why food is here in your life. Food is here to make you live happier and healthier. Food is literally here for you to live. That's why ever since the beginning of time, humans have been eating food, have been eating animals, have been eating fruits and meats and all this stuff, right? That's why we started planting things, so we could eat, so we could survive. That didn't change just because society decided that one body type should be what is acceptable. No. And once again, do not shame yourself. Do not hate on yourself. That is the last thing. That is not even on the list. What you need to do is actually forgive yourself, because your childhood self has already forgiven you, because you've already taken the step to want to recover, to want to get better. That is the biggest step of all, and that is the hardest step, and you already accomplished that. So be so proud of yourself. I am proud of you. I really am. I know it wasn't hard, but you're trying, and you're going to keep trying to get better. And one day you're going to look back and say, thank God, thank me. Thank me I did that. Thank me I actually wanted to get better, because now I have a life to live, because you have a life to live. You have things to see. You have people to meet, people that are going to make you so happy, people that are going to make you so happy and grateful that you're alive. You're going to meet the most amazing friends. You're going to have the most amazing time. You're going to love yourself so much that you forgot that there was ever a day where you didn't love yourself. That is going to happen for you. Okay? And what was the last thing that I wanted to say? Well, yeah, when it comes to body types and, societal standards, just remember this. If you were to look at, once again, your childhood self, would you tell them, this is the body type that you have to have? You're not beautiful like this. No. You wouldn't tell them that they need to be a certain body type. You wouldn't tell them that they need to work out a certain way. You wouldn't tell them that they need to do something in a certain way to be accepted by others, because you already accept them. So accept yourself. If you can look at your child at 7 and be like, they're beautiful, they don't need to do any of this stuff that society is trying to pressure onto them, then tell that to yourself, because that is you at the end of the day. You do not need to look a certain way. Just understand this, society will change the body type that is the best and the hottest every single second, because society doesn't really have one single thought that it stands on. It always follows a trend. It never stands, oh, this is the perfect and this is no. Society hates on everything and everyone. Society wants everyone to be a certain way, but when they become that certain way, they hate them for being that way. You don't need to follow society. What you need to do is follow your heart and accept yourself and welcome yourself. Walk with love in your heart. Walk in love, yeah. But accept yourself for who you are and be yourself. There is never going to be another you. We are blessed to have you in this planet, okay? Every single one of us are a blessing, are a gift in this planet. Do you know that there was a small chance that you wouldn't survive and make it, but you did, but you're here. You are one of the 8 billion planets. You're one of the 8 billion people on this planet. Now, I'm not going to go talking about that right now, but anyways, thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for yourself. And I really, really hope that you thank yourself for showing up and for being here for yourself, because even watching this video is you trying to help yourself. If you want to get better, if you want to recover, you have already accomplished that first step, like I said. So thank you for being here. You are a gift on this earth. Do not forget that. You are an angel. You are a beautiful human being. You deserve to live. And girl, you were born with the deservingness of living. Otherwise, you wouldn't be living, but you are living. So after I said that, I was like, because you already deserve to live since you were born. That doesn't, you get it. Okay, I'm not gonna get confused. But thank you for being here. I really, really hope that you feel better. And my advice would be to start eating like your childhood self again. If you have had a hard time eating, and watch your favorite childhood cartoons while you're at it. And don't put too much pressure on yourself. Forget the numbers, let them become memories. And understand that from this day on, you're gonna have really great memories and really great experiences eating food again, because you are choosing so. So be kind to yourself, be good to yourself. Remember who you are. You are loved, you are light, and you are worthy of the absolute best. And I hope you have a good day. Goodbye. Or next time.